Okay, so next is the three-phase power measurement. Okay? So for three-phase power measurement, so paano ba natin measure yung magiging total power natin sa three-phase? Okay? So initially, actually, yung magiging measurement natin is, syempre, kukunin natin yung power on each phase. Okay? So, kagaya dito sa ating figure, so mapapansin natin, so meron tayong mga wattmeter sa bawat phase. Okay? So, may wattmeter 1 tayo, wattmeter 2, wattmeter 3. Okay? So, for a balance system, okay, so actually pwede kahit isang wattmeter na lang yung ating gamitin. Kasi alam naman natin sa balance, di ba? Kung balance yung ating system, so ibig sabihin, same yung magnitude, magti-differ lang yung ating value by angle. Okay? Pero yung magiging value natin for power is yung magnitude lang. So ibig sabihin, isang power lang yung ma-measure natin bawat phase. So ibig sabihin, kung isang value lang sila, i-multiply na lang natin by 3 yung ating na-measure. So para makompute natin yung total power. Okay? So, basahin muna natin. So, a single wattmeter can also measure the average power na three-phase system that is balanced. So that the total power is 3 times the reading of that one wattmeter. Okay, so ito nga yung binabanggit ko kanina. So, i-multiply lang natin by 3. So, yun yung magiging total power natin kapag balance yung system. Okay? So, however, 2 or 3 single-phase wattmeters are necessary to measure power if the system is unbalanced. Okay? So kapag unbalanced, syempre hindi na sila tulad-tulad ng value. So kailangan isa-isang phase ang ating measure. Okay? So minsan may nalabas sa board exam na gano'n na question. So ilan yung kailangan nating minimum number of wattmeter kapag balance. So isa, pwede na. So kapag unbalanced, so syempre, tigis ang phase dapat. So tatlo lang. Okay? So yung magiging total power natin sa system, so we have P1 plus P2 plus P3. Okay, so sa ibang book, ang ginagamit is W as the designation. So we have W1 plus W2 plus W3. Okay, so ito yung wattmeter natin. So itong nasa taas, ito yung tinatawag natin current coil. So ibig sabihin, may current dadaloy dyan. So alam naman natin, ang wattmeter, combination siya ng current coil tsaka voltage coil. So itong nasa ibaba, so yan yung ating voltage coil. Okay? So kung sa three-phase Y connection, so syempre meron tayong neutral point. Okay? So, let's say yung point na yun is i-connect natin sa isa dito sa ating phase. Let's say sa phase B. Okay? So, sa phase B, i-connect natin itong point O as our neutral point. Okay? So, once na kinonect natin itong voltage coil sa neutral, okay, so wala tayong ma-measure na voltage dito. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, dalawa na lang yung voltage na meron. Dalawa na lang yung power na pwede natin ma-measure. So, yung W1 tsaka W3. Okay? So, kahit dalawang measurement lang yung meron tayo, pwede natin makuha yung total power niya. Okay? So, doon niya papasok yung 2 watt meter method. Okay? So, sinasabi dito, so the 2 watt meter method is the most commonly used method for three-phase power measurement. So, the 2 watt meters must be properly connected to any phase, to any two phases. So notice that the current coil of each wattmeter measures the line current. So ito nasa taas nga yung current coil natin. While the respective voltage coil is connected between the line and the third line and measures the line voltage. Okay, and also notice that the terminal of the voltage coil is connected to the line to which the corresponding coil is connected. So although the individual wattmeters no longer read the power taken by the particular phases, so the algebraic sum of the 2 wattmeter readings equals to the total average power observed by the load, regardless of whether it is Y or delta connected, balanced, or unbalanced. Okay? So for 2 wattmeter method, so from the name itself, so 2 wattmeter lang gagamitin natin para makuha yung ating total power sa load. Okay? So in-assume natin yung phase B is hindi tayo makakakuha ng power. Okay, so yung ating phase A and phase C ang nilagyan natin ng wattmeter. So para makuha natin yung total power, so algebraic sum lang ng dalawang wattmeter. Okay, so for 2 wattmeter, so we have P1 plus P2 or W1 plus W2. So ilagay natin siya sa ating circuit. Okay? So assume natin, ito siya. Okay, yung phase B natin, wala tayong wattmeter, di ba? So, from this given na circuit, so mapapansin natin, para makompute natin yung power dito sa isang phase, okay, so let's say, ito yung phase 1 natin, o phase A. So, phase 1 equals to, so, syempre, we have VAB, okay, multiply by IA. Okay, then yung ating cosine theta. Okay? So yung cosine theta natin dito, alam naman natin, is the angle between the voltage tsaka yung current natin. Okay? So, in terms of line value, so yung VAB natin is the line voltage. Okay? So, we have VL. IA natin sa Y connection, alam naman natin, IA is equals to, o yung ating phase current is equals to line current. So, we have VL, IL. Then, we have cosine. Ayan. So dito magkakaroon tayo ng difference. Kasi dito, sa pag-compute natin, phase value dapat yung kailangan natin sa voltage. Okay? So alam naman natin, kapag kukuhin natin yung line value, so we have square root of 3 multiplied by P phase. Okay? Kung phase value tayo, alam naman natin na yung ating ah, line voltage is lead, di ba? Lead siya by at an angle of 30 degree. So, di ba yung pag-convert natin, nag-add tayo ng 30. So, we have theta plus 30. Okay, kaya dito i-apply din natin siya. Okay, so kailangan kasi natin is line voltage. Okay, kaya we have theta plus 30. Okay, so ito yung magiging equation natin para sa wattmeter 1 natin. Okay? So, sa ibang book, so again, W1 na nakalagay. So, pwede din naman yun. So, P1 equals to PLIL cosine. Sa ibang book, nauna yung 30. So, we have 30 plus theta. Okay? So, maalin naman. Okay? Will do. Okay? So, pwede naman maalin yung pwede nyo gamitin. Okay? So, sa W2, same lang din yung concept niya. Pero merong konting changes. Kung mapapasin kasi in terms of sequence, yung voltage natin nanggaling sa line A, di ba? Ito yung ating voltage coil. So nanggaling siya sa phase A papunta sa phase B. So ibig sabihin, tama yung kanyang sequence. Pero dito kasi sa kabila, mapapasin natin saan nanggaling tong voltage coil. So dito sa line C. So papuntang line B. Kaya kung mapapansin mo sa designation, BCB siya. Okay? So, di ba, ang ating sequence kapag positive, so we have AB, BC, saka CA. Kung mapapansin natin, magkabaliktad. So, ang magiging difference lang natin doon is doon sa angle. Okay? Kaya from this, yung magiging equation natin para sa wattmeter 2 is equals to, so same pa din yung concept. So, we have PLIL. So, we have cosine theta minus 30. O kaya, yung isa, so we have BL, IL, cosine 30 minus theta. Okay, so either of the two, okay, pwede yung gamitin. Okay, so ito yung maging equation natin para makompute natin individually yung ating power. Okay, so para makompute yung total power, again, sa 2 wattmeter, sa P1 plus P2. Okay, so kung i-apply natin ito, yung equation, we have P1 natin, so we have BL, IL, so cosine theta plus 30. Then plus P2 natin. So we have PLIL. So cosine theta minus 30 naman siya. Okay? So kapag ipa-factor out natin yung BLIL, so ang equation natin will be PLIL. So we have cosine theta plus 30. Then plus cosine theta minus 30. Okay? So taking that trigonometric identity, itong cosine theta plus 30, double angle. So we have PLIL. So, by trigonometric identity, cos, cos, sin, sin. Okay, cosine, cosine. Then, kapag ito positive, negative naman yung magiging sign natin. So, cosine theta, cosine 30. Okay, kung positive siya, so minus sin theta, sin 30. Okay, cos, cos, sin, sin. Okay, dito sa kabila naman tayo. So, we have plus cosine theta, cosine 30. Then, negative siya, so magiging plus naman siya. Plus sin theta, sin 30. Okay, so ito yung mag-equation natin. So, dito, pwede natin cancel ito. So, same value. So, cosine 30. So, simplify natin. So, cosine 30 is square root of 3 over 2. Okay, so i-multiply ko siya sa 2 kasi dalawa siya. So, magiging square root of 3 lang siya. Okay, kaya magiging equation natin for total power sa BLIL. So, dito, so magkakaroon tayo ng cosine theta multiply by square root of 3. Okay? So, from this, yung magiging total power natin will be equal to, so, square root of 3, PLIL, cosine theta. Okay? So, mapapansin natin, yung total power natin is square root of 3 BLIL cosine theta, which is also equals to P1 plus P2. Okay? So, yan yung magiging derivation natin doon sa equation natin for the total power. So, next, kapag ima-minus naman natin itong dalawang power natin. So, mag-insert tayo ng another slide. Okay, so kapag magma-minus naman natin sila, so P1 minus P2. So, we have so PLIL, so cosine, so theta plus 30. Then minus P2, so BLIL, cosine theta minus 30. Okay? So, same concept. So, kunin natin trigonometric identity. Sa BLIL, factor out. So, multiply by, so cosine theta plus 30. Okay? So, we have cosine theta, cosine 30. Okay? So, minus, so sine theta, sine 30. Okay? So, minus. Okay? So, cosine theta, cosine 30. So, negative times, ito magiging positive kasi yon. Okay? So, we have positive. Okay? So, plus. Okay? Mali. Minus pala, minus. Sorry. Minus. Kasi ito negative, so may positive. Positive times negative, so ito yung magiging minus. Okay? So, minus sine theta, sine 30. Ayan. Okay, so from this, cancel naman yung cosine theta, cosine 30. Okay? So, matitira sa atin. So, negative sine. Okay, so sine 30 is, so times 2. So, sine 30 times 2. So, 1 up. So, 1 lang siya. So, matitira. So, negative kasi ito. So, negative BL, IL. So, multiply by sine theta. Okay, ito yung ating P1 minus P2. Okay, so from this, parang katagal negative natin. So, we have P2 minus P1 is equals to PLIL. So, sine theta. Okay, so kung kukunin natin sa 3-phase, pwede natin multiply both sides by square root of 3. Okay, so kapag multiply natin both sides by square root of 3, so we have square root of 3, P2 minus P1 is equals to square root of 3, PLIL, sin theta. So mapapansin natin yung square root of 3 PLIL sin theta is also equals to the total reactive power natin. Okay, kaya we have total reactive power is square root of 3 P2 minus P1, which is also equals to square root of 3 PLIL sin theta. Okay? Kaya from this, by by power triangle, ito yung ating total power, ito yung ating total reactive power. Then, ito yung ating magiging power factor angle. So, by formula, di ba? We have tangent theta is equals to QT over PT. So, kung sasubstitute natin in terms of 2 watt meter method, So we have tangent theta equals to yung ating reactive power, square root of 3 times P2 minus P1. All over, total power natin is P1 plus P2 lang. Okay, so we have P1 plus P2. So para ma-complete natin ating power factor angle, so inverse lang natin. We have arc tangent, square root of 3. So P2 minus P1 over P1 plus P2. Okay, so pwede din kung nakalagay dyan sa W ha, nakadepende na yung sa book na may counter nyo. Okay? Okay, so ayan po yung formula gagamitin natin for power factor. Okay, so pwede ito, saka yung isa, ito. Okay, so individual na pag-compute, ito po yun. Then yung isa, ito yun. Okay? So, ayan. Try tayo example. Okay, so the 2 wattmeter method produces wattmeter readings. So P1, 1560 watts, and P2, 21 watts. Okay, when connected to a delta connected load. Okay, so make sure na aware tayo kung anong connection yung ating system. Okay, if the line voltage is 220 volts, so the per phase average power, then the per phase reactive power. So for A, ang pinapakulan per phase average power. So kunin muna natin total power. Total power is equals to P1 plus P2. Di ba? Na-derive natin kanina for 2 wattmeter. We have 1560 plus 21. So magiging total power natin will be equal to okay, so we have 3,660. Okay? So yung magiging per phase value, power natin, so i-divide lang natin siya ng 3,660. Okay? So divide by 3. So we have 1,220. Okay, ito yung per phase power natin. Okay? For reactive power naman, so same concept. So by formula, square root of 3, P2 minus P1. Substitute. Square root of 3 times P2. So we have 21 minus P1 is 1560. Okay, so in total up reactive power natin. So 21 minus 1560. Answer times square root of 3. Okay, 935.31. Okay, so yung magiging per phase reactive power natin. So i-divide lang natin ng 3. So divided by 3. So we have 311.77. Okay, so unit natin is power. Okay, so ito yung magiging sagot natin for per phase value. The next is the power factor. Okay, so by formula, so nilagay natin kanina. So theta equals to inverse of tangent. So square root of 3. So P2 minus P1 over P1 plus P2. Okay, so substitute lang. So we have arctangent, so square root of 3, P2, 21, minus P1, 1560, divided by the total power. So we have 21 plus 1560. So ito yung magiging power factor angle natin. So we have square root of 3 times 21 minus 1560. So divided by 21 plus 1560. Okay, then arctangent. Okay, so we have 14.3351 degree. Okay? So, yan. So, may power factor angle na tayo. So, pwede natin makakuha yung power factor natin. So, power factor is cosine. So, cosine of 14.3351. So, power factor natin will be equal to, so, cosine answer, so 0.9689. Okay? So, ito yung magiging PF natin. The next is the phase impedance. So, alam naman natin, pag kukumpitin natin yung phase impedance, so we have Z phase is equals to B phase divided by I phase. So, ang problema natin, wala pa tayong I phase. Okay, so line voltage is 220 volts, pero delta connected din naman siya. Alam naman natin, sa delta connection, B phase is equals to line voltage. Ang ating kailangan makuha is yung I phase muna. Okay? So, para makuha si I phase, okay, so total power given naman. So pwede naman natin gawin. So, per phase value of power, so we have P phase, then I phase, then yung ating cosine theta o yung ating power factor. So, para makupit na agad natin yung I phase. Okay, so from this, I phase equals to, so 1,220 watts. So, divide natin by B phase. So, we have 220. Cosine theta o yung power factor natin na 0.9689. Okay? So, we have I phase will be equal to, so 1 to 20 divided by 220. So, times 0.9689. Okay? So, 5.7235. 5.7235 amperes. Okay? So, yan, may I phase na tayo. Then, pwede na natin makompute si phase impedance. So, we have 220 volts again. Phase voltage equals to line voltage for delta. Divided by I phase, so 5.7235. So, yung magiging Z phase natin will be equal to 220 divide, answer na lang. Okay, so we have 38.4383. 38.4383 ohms. Okay, so ito yung magiging final answer natin. Okay? Ayan. So next. Okay, so the three-phase balance load in ABC sequence has impedance per phase of, so naka-Y connection sa, so 8 plus J6 ohms. If the load is connected to 208 volt line, so predict the readings of the wattmeter W1 and W2. So find PT and QT. Okay? So W1, so by formula, di ba? So we have BL, IL, so cosine, the cosine theta plus 30. Okay? So wala tayong IL. Okay? So yung theta, pwede natin makompute kasi yung theta is the power factor angle. So isa naman yung impedance natin. So by formula, so Z natin is 8 plus J6. Okay? So in terms of polar form, so 8 plus 6I. Okay? So we have 10 at an angle of 36.8699. 36.8699. Okay? So ito yung gagamitin natin na theta. Okay? So may voltage naman tayo, given na din, yung IL na lang ang kailangan natin. Okay? So by formula, may given naman kasi tayong impedance. Okay? So Y connection. So to calculate for the phase value of current, so we have I phase, okay, is equals to B phase divided by Z phase. Okay? So we have B phase natin. So we have 208 volts. Okay? So walang binanggit kung ano yung ating system. So assume natin na Y. Okay? So kaya divide square root of 3, Then yung ating load impedance na naka-Y, so we have 8 plus J6. Okay, ang kailangan lang naman natin dito is the magnitude. Okay, so kung Y connection, alam naman natin, I phase equals to line current. Okay? 208 divided square root of 3. So, answer divided by 8 plus 6i. Okay? Again, magnitude lang kailangan natin. So, we have 12.009. Okay? So, yeah. So, meron tayong line current. Okay? So, substitute natin dito para makuha si W1. Sa BL natin, so we have 208. So, multiply by line current, so we have 12.01 na lang. So, cosine, so yung ating theta, so ito yung ating power factor angle. Ito po yun. Ayan. So, we have 36.8699, so plus 30. Okay, kaya yung W1 natin will be equal to 208 times 12.01. So, cosine, 36.8699, 8699 plus 30. Okay? So, we have 981.3 watts. So, sa kabilang wattmeter, so we have BL, IL, cosine theta minus 30. So, substitute. So, 208 times 12.01. So, cosine 36.8699 minus 30. So, yung wattmeter 2 natin will be equal to, so ito magiging negative lang. So, we have 2480.14. 14 watts. Okay? So, ito yung W1. Ito yung ating W2. Okay? So, then, kung daw natin total power. So, total power, simply P1 plus P2. Okay? So, substitute. So, 981.3 plus 2480.14. Okay? Okay, so plus natin ng 981.3. Okay, 3461.44. 3461.44. So ito yung magiging total power. So for total apparent, sorry, total reactive powers, we have square root of 3. So P2 minus P1. Okay, so substitute lang. Square root of 3 times P2 natin. 280.14 minus P1. So 981.3. So total reactive power natin will be equal to, so square root of 3. So multiply by 2480.14 minus 981.3. Okay, so 2596.07. 2596.07 bar. Okay, so ito yung magiging total reactive power natin. Okay? So yan yung concept ng 2 watt meter method.